Hello, everyone! Welcome to the GameKraft GameKast on thegamerAccess.com. I'm your host, Bronson Fiore, joined by the ever-beaten down Ray Johannesson.
Hey, everybody!
And the ever-amazing Anthony Ta.
Hi!
How you guys doing?
Until Dawn is pretty awesome. Not because of the actual horror, but because, us yelling at each other.
I'm so glad everyone sees why I like that game now.
Like, I wouldn't want to play this by myself. I wouldn't want to play it alone. Like, if I did, I would rent it. But, like, for a Let's Play game, it is fantastic. Sorry,
As a game to watch other people play or make consensus.
Yeah.
Like, there's a reason I was like, I don't want to play this for a third time. I'm going to let Bronson take
Having
controls.
Legion play this game would be a complete disaster.
The Geth just...
Yeah, because they have to come to a consensus before they can make any decision.
So, yeah, we checked that out. It's been really interesting so far. It's our new Super Mega Awesome Go playtime. It was going to be 60-minute access, but
you know what? This is very good. This is very entertaining. So.
Like, I was, like, in the middle of this, I'm like, the four of us are giving really good commentary. I'm making an executive decision. So, yeah. We played Until Dawn, and I'm sure we've all played other video games recently.
Yep.
So, we gotta talk about it, Anthony. You and I have played more Metal Gear.
We binged on it.
I spent most of my day off switching between Mario Maker and Metal Gear. I'll get to Mario Maker in a minute. We'll do Metal Gear briefly. I fought the that one like teleporting unit, like the one with the
skulls.
The skulls where like when you gotta capture that truck.
I tried running away with that truck, but Dad decided to fight them off.
Yeah.
And I had the sniper to help me out.
So
that was good.
So I screwed it up bad on like my first two attempts, and I figured out it's the best thing to do in that situation.
Full taunt.
No, actually
I didn't have the full taunt at the time, so that made it.
No, I developed it for that purpose, and then was horribly disappointed when I found out they just cut the balloon. I have the level 2 rocket launcher. So you supply drop that in, call in quiet for help, and you run away from the car so you don't blow it up on accident, and then you make sure they all cluster together, and then just fire, and then have her snipe. Fire, have her snipe. And, like, I got an S rank on it, so... And then I stole that car with a balloon.
For me, I basically just did it the old-fashioned run! Shoot, run some more, shoot. Okay, good, they're all dead finally? Okay, I can drive.
I tried that, I wasn't doing enough damage.
Well, I had to keep firing and like running around and jacking ammo from all these guys I tranked, which became zombies. And after a while, because I didn't have a full time, I'm like, well, gotta drive us out of the hot zone. And I slowly drove the truck off-road.
Well,
yeah, it was not exactly what you call it fishing in any sense of the word. But hey, it worked. Didn't die. Well, I think I put on a chicken hat. That does nothing. Putting on the chicken hat does absolutely nothing.
I know very little about Metal Gear, but what?
There is a chicken hat in the game where if you die too many times in a short period, it was like, would you like to put the chicken hat on? And it literally is a chicken hat to mock you the whole time. And what it does is that if they see you, they ignore it 3 times, up to 3 times.
Which for this boss fight it does nothing.
It does absolutely nothing because they're going to notice you get this part of the whole thing anyways. So.
Okay.
But there is a chicken hat, and yeah, I've had people watch me play with a chicken hat on, and they laughed at me.
I refuse to use it out of pride.
You've used it.
No, the thing is that once you get good enough at the game, you don't need it.
Once you have enough equipment, too, like, I have found
Once you have enough equipment and once you know the game, you don't need it.
I have the level 3 tranquilizer. I finally got the trank snipe, which I found makes noise, so I'm trying to develop the silencer for it. I'm at the point where I've developed enough stuff where the game is getting slightly easier, so I don't have to, like, MacGyver my way out of bullshit situations.
You know, like, I've got toothpaste and a hand grenade.
Yeah.
How do I blow up a helicopter?
Yeah, like, it's more like, okay... I will say Quiet is the most murderous woman I have ever seen, because I'm just like... I'll scout out a base to find out who are the dudes I want to kidnap, and who are the ones I'm going to shoot in the face.
Yeah.
And I go in there, and, like, I'll set off the alarm, and I'll be like in the middle of grabbing one to knock him out and fold him up, and then Quiet will shoot him in the face.
What happens for me... what happens with me is that, obviously there's reflex mode, right? So I have my tranquilizer, because what I do is that when they look at me, they expose their faces. So I just trank them in the head, in their face, and they pass out. But sometimes, if Quiet's like aiming her laser at me just to keep an eye on me, I'm like, okay, that's going to be fine, and an enemy notices me, I pull up my trank, and then I can hear that boom, and I'm like, oh.
Okay. It's like, that's
so I shoot the trank, but as he is falling down, he gets headshotted, and then his dead body falls down. And because Quiet at the time didn't have a suppressor, it sets the whole place on alert. And I'm just like, great.
I just got her the trank snipe, so she doesn't do that anymore.
I know, but your trank snipe still makes noise.
Yeah.
It is highly ideal that you have a trank suppressed sniper, because then you can knock them out and don't make any noise. But she had the lethal sniper that did make noise, so in addition to a dead soldier that I could have kidnapped, I now have a dead body and the whole place is on alert. But it helped a little bit because they're all running in one direction to try and find the sniper. So it helps a little bit, but I preferred to her to not have set off the whole place to start with.
Yeah.
So it's the whole like, don't panic, don't panic.
Yeah, she has a pretty twitchy finger.
So Bronson.
Yes.
Got twitch fingers.
Yes.
Making decisions without our approval.
You say group consensus. Are you,
I'm
Legion.
Something going on here? I'm Legion.
This is not a democracy.
More to finish up Metal Gear, so there are, I believe it's 50 main story missions, if you want to do all of them. And, the bonus.
Yeah. After the main story, though, they're not, all entirely unique. They're, say, hard mode or extreme mode. They put, specific challenges. You're going to do this mission again, but this time, you have to have perfect stealth. If you get noticed, it's over. You got to start over. Stuff like that. They put new challenges okay, you will get no supply drops with this mission, or you will have no reflex mode on this, and if you set off the alarm, you gotta start over, kind of stuff. So some of the missions are basically older missions, but with a lot harder stuff attached to it.
Oh yeah, but there are 50...
Kind of like Halo Skulls, in a way.
There are 51 missions total. I have completed the vast majority of the side missions I have available to me. I think I have 3 that I haven't done. And so I have 3 that I haven't done. And then there's
So you completed 154 side ops?
No, I don't have them all unlocked.
Oh, well, you'll get a lot more. There's 157 of them.
Yeah, but I've done...
They'll unlock more. You gotta do side ops to unlock more side ops.
I've done the 40 that I can do right now.
Okay.
And I'm on mission 23, and I'm 20 hours into the game. So I'm about at the halfway point, and I'm 20 hours into this game. But anyway, poke him with a stick.
I'm awake.
Poke.
I just don't know anything about Metal Gear, so I can't join into these.
What is...
To be fair, most of the questions I've already asked on other shows.
Okay.
So I just be repeating questions.
I do like all the little details in this game blow my mind. So, all right, you know how you can get the recording tape where you're sick in the bathroom.
Hmm.
You can get a tape that makes it sound like Snake has diarrhea, and if you hide in a porta potty and play it, when the alert's up, a guard won't go in and check it out.
What?
Yeah. Because you think someone's just...
No, well, he doesn't want to check out someone
why would you want to
who's
open
having
the door to
diarrhea.
that?
Yeah.
Or if you hide a dead body in a bed, they'll just think someone's sleeping.
Was that on that thing of 100 facts we found?
No. These are all other ones too.
But wouldn't it be kind of strange, suspicious that this person who's sleeping on a bed has blood coming out of his head? Wouldn't that be suspicious?
What if you snapped his neck? Then there's no blood.
Yeah. Let's see. What was another one? Let's see. I'm trying to think about some other ones that I have found out. Oh, so if you played the Peace Walker, the theme of the old Mother Base soldiers was that love deterrence song. And if you have your iDroid upgraded as a speaker and you can play it on the speaker, and instead of having to hunt for them, they will just walk up to you. And you can trank them and get them extracted. It makes those missions super easy.
Huh.
Yeah.
Clever.
I forgot there's some. Oh, and if you're in a cardboard box when you do it, they will realize you're Big Boss and they'll salute you.
That's a nice little egg.
Yeah, there's all kinds of stuff like that. Like, the amount of detail in this game is crazy.
I know.
But yeah, so we played more of that. Mario Maker. I finally got my hands on that. I've had the basic tools. And I am having a blast playing other people's levels and messing around with my own. And I feel this is a creation game that anyone can get into creating. And the reason I say that is because unlike Little Big Planet, where you have to watch a ton of tutorials and really like mess around with stuff and just do all this crap, Mario Maker is super intuitive.
That's good.
Like watching someone.
Like it's just basic. Like you know how.
Do you know how to place things, and do you know what a bullet bill does?
Yeah, and then
You're
like,
good to go.
Do you want to change the properties of this? Shake it. So it's like, okay, you have a green turtle. You want to turn it into a red turtle. Pull it up, shake it, place it where you want to place it. Like, what a really good one is you can like wigglers, the worms. You can really piss them. Like if you shake them, it makes angry wigglers, and then you put wings on anything. So you put wings on and make them fly.
Angry flying wigglers.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
You can make it so Lakitus, the things that throw stuff, throw anything.
Like throw Goombas at you.
Yeah, throw fireballs.
I saw one that was a rot, like the ground stomp ones that they throw them up and it just immediately down.
Yeah. So here's one you'll like. You can have it so they throw bullet bills that track you.
Oh man,
that's mean.
If you want to be a real dick.
Like just have a whole level of them throwing bullet
However,
bills.
You cannot publish that to the world if you
unless you
can
can beat it.
Yeah, you have to be able to beat the level.
But there are some people who like have beat their own trolley ass levels.
Like they got lucky when they beat it too. Like they were just like
they just design it in a way like if you designed it you would know this trick.
You would know everything about it, right?
But if you
That's one of the problems with game design is that when you design a game, you're like, oh, I know all the secrets, I know how to beat this level, but you can't really go into it assuming others will know what to do.
But yeah, so I made a basic Mario level where it was like, okay, I'm gonna make the entire ground lava, and you have to jump on flying enemies to get to the end.
You did that?
Yeah.
Nice.
It was cool.
Wish it wasn't hot.
Hot damn.
Goomba won't retire me.
I feel the levels are broken up into like fourths. 1/4 of them are crap because Sturgeon's Law.
Yes.
1/4 of them are like really expertly crafted Mario levels. 1/4 of them are Rube Goldberg machines where you don't move and just crazy shit happens.
So it's like riding on it's like a Disneyland ride. Right?
Yeah.
Like Indiana Jones.
And then the last fourth are like Cat Mario, Kaizo Mario, just asshole troll levels.
I feel like that should be more than a fourth.
Yeah, it breaks up pretty evenly, but
I think John, like Santa Texas, said that all doors always lead you to your death.
There's a level with a door you're just going to die if you don't immediately charge.
Or like do something. I remember this one guy designed it so like all the blocks, like enemies would come out of, so you couldn't hit any of the blocks.
So that's where you jump.
Yeah. Like I like just giant I played that level and like I hit 3 of them and just giant Goombas come out and I'm like
At least it wasn't giant winged Bowser.
Yeah, you put Bowser, you put wings on him. Put wings on Bowser, just flying Bowser.
The Koopa King can now fly. He has had some Red Bull.
Yeah. So I love that game. Like I think it and Metal Gear are the 2 front runners for Game of the Year, in my opinion. Like
better than Batman.
Yeah.
Better than Bloodborne?
Yes. Mario Maker.
Man, that's something.
Mario Maker is incredible. Yes, the levels that Nintendo put levels in the game, they're all well designed and put together. Then all the user stuff, and then just how intuitive the tools are. Like I can give this to my little cousin and they can play it and they can be like, I understand this like within minutes. It's drag and drop, it's all on a grid, it's 2D, and if you want to change the properties of something, shake it.
Shake it down, shake it down.
Yeah, there you go.
Someone already made a music video of that, right?
Probably.
It's YouTube. It's the
people are straight up making music levels too. like in Little Big Planet. Like
fantastic.
You can have sound effects chime off when you pass certain points in levels.
So you can literally have a full-out Rayman Legends.
You can, but like the way people are saying it is like you just ride it and the song plays like in Little Big Planet. Yeah. So like someone did like Sweet Child of Mine.
I don't know. I feel like with the amiibo thing, I would just set up all the music levels from Fire Emblem because those are fantastic.
Yeah.
I
don't
the thing
there's a few in there that I would like to play. Like mainly like I forget the name of the song. Oh. It's gone.
But yeah, like I just love all the crazy like. My favorite levels are the really well designed ones that mess with your preconceptions of Mario. Like you see a question mark block that is typically good.
You should go for it, but it ends.
The only thing bad that can come out of that is a poison mushroom, right?
That's not in the game. You can't place those.
Oh, okay, but in the past it was poison mushroom. That's where you watch out for. Nope.
Like that, like
he's seeking Bullet Bill. Good luck,
asshole.
Just hit the thing.
You can have the Bullet Bill cannons fire anything. Like I saw them firing Luigi's.
Wait, Luigi's?
Yes, Luigi's. Luigi's was acting like a Bullet Bill.
Would they kill you?
Yeah, they hit you. They kill you.
That's weird.
There was one where
you can never
is he giving you that like Mario Kart glare as he hits you? Like
I don't think 8-bit Luigi had eyes.
You can't do like Super Mario.
I think you could, but
but there are other ones too, right? There's like Super Mario World Engine. There's the new Super Mario. So there should be more than 8 Luigi, right?
So
that's what I was saying.
All right, so there's they use 4 different types of engines. They use Super Mario Bros, Super Mario Bros 3, Super Mario World, and New Super Mario Brothers.
And question for this: like, you can't use like an 8-bit Mario World. You can't use like stuff from the newest Mario.
No, you have to stay consistent, but. For stuff that wasn't in previous or future games, they built it or made an equivalent. So, like, Mario 1 doesn't have a ghost house. So they went and made an 8-bit ghost house.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's legit.
For instance, original Mario didn't have Karibo Shoe. They put fucking Karibo Shoe in to 8-bit Mario.
I should check this game out, seriously.
It's so dope. Like, it's just, like, it's a game that when people see it, they're like, oh, that looks neat. But when you actually, like, sit down and get your hands on it, you like, instantly understand why this game is so incredible. So, yeah. Definitely big recommend. I believe that's the 60-minute access game for, like, a week. Or, no, it's 2 weeks from now because we got something that's embargoed that I'd like to go up on day 1. So, but yeah, that just absolutely incredible. Do you guys have any questions about it, or?
Like with the thing, you have to play it to earn more stuff to do, right?
Yes. Okay. So.
All right, and there's 10 tiers of stuff, or is it 5 tiers?
Yeah, I believe it's 10.
How long do you have to play this to get everything?
Okay, like just 5 minutes a day, and it'll be like,
it's 5 minutes for 10 days, right?
Yeah, like 5 minutes.
Okay, that's not too bad.
And like, if you keep playing creation mode, they'll be like, it showed up early. Oh,
it does?
Yeah, so if you like spend an hour in creation mode, they'll be like, yeah, the stuff that was supposed to show up tomorrow showed up today.
Oh darn, I wonder how that happened.
Dude.
Well, the only real problem I have is I feel like the search tools aren't super great. So like...
It's Nintendo.
So like, let's say I want to play Anthony's levels. Anthony and I are on each other's PSN's friends list. Or not PSN. Nintendo Network friends list. That's weird to say. Like, we're on each other's Nintendo Network friends list, so we should obviously be able to communicate and see each other's... No.
But...
No, like, you need to add each other's, like, Mario ID.
Because of Nintendo Network.
So, like, if I want to see Anthony's levels, he has to give me, like, a code to the level he made. So, like, let's say I make a really dope level I want you guys to try.
Yeah.
I need to be like, here's the code for that level, put it in the game and search it, and then you play
How long is this code?
It's not that long.
Okay.
Like a 5-digit code?
It's like 10 digits.
10-digit hexadecimal. I mean, you can't just use numbers because what if you run out of numbers? That would be a problem. So use hexadecimal.
But it's a code. You put in the code, and then like you play the level. And it's like you can subscribe to my other levels, and then you can see all my crap.
So it's a subscribe kind of thing. I'm gonna get the most followers.
I'm sure you are. Yeah, and I find that like the best levels that like the community is really enjoying is kind of all the gimmicky stuff, like the Rube Goldberg machines and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I've enjoyed I have enjoyed the just straight up recreations of like Cat and Kaizo Mario. Like people are just straight up making Kaizo Mario.
That's cool.
And like it's just you have to beat this asinine hard level that someone got lucky to finish.
Like the creator was even like, I can't believe I just won that.
Yeah, like
I mean, the creator was like, yes, this is a pro. What's that last world in like Super Mario World or Super Mario Galaxy 2? It's like the super end levels that if you somehow get to it, it's like Grandmaster Galaxy.
Yeah,
that stuff like that.
Like it's like a super asshole version of that.
Okay, yeah.
Like that's what it is. Like those are fair. This is just like
you jump and there's a magical invisible block.
Yeah, the only way you would know this is through repetition and memorization.
Mm-hmm.
You know that level with that guy like swearing at Kaizo Mario, like God, like someone recreated that or as close as you could.
Dang.
Yeah, like I legit played a level where like someone trapped me and I had to just start the level over.
Well, you like fell into like a block fort.
Yeah, I was a block fort and it was like, well, I'm screwed now. Cool. Restart the level.
Is restarting it easy? Just start menu?
Yeah, you just press start, restart level.
Okay, so it's not like you have to back out.
Is there a rating system?
Yeah, there's a rating system, so you can be like,
this level is something people enjoy. This level is terrible.
I'm kind of hungry. Anyway. So yeah,
better than Batman. That's wow.
That's
better than 2015 so far.
I really love Batman. Bloodborne's awesome. Rocket League's great.
Sorry, Witcher.
Splatoon is
mediocre.
Splatoon's really good. I like Splatoon.
I've heard mixed things about
Splatoon's really good. Like there are a lot.
They just needed to fix some things.
Like Ori.
Oh, let's just roll our way into victory.
Like this is a really strong year for games. There's a lot of really good stuff.
Just about
year.
everything, unless you're PlayStation.
To be fair, next year is
even PlayStation, Bloodborne, Until Dawn.
That's because Until Dawn is more like a room that you need to sit down with some friends and argue.
But that's the good thing about games is being able to finally sit in a room together with
I don't know
friends
if that.
again.
Well, I don't know if that's their intent with Until Dawn because it's classified as a horror game. It's not classified as a Mario Party debating experience. Okay, so
we found the ideal way to play that game.
Yeah, like with a big group.
But there is something. There's at least one or two. Like there's something for everyone.
Here's the thing too. At least 2016. It damn well better be the best year ever for PlayStation. Because
it's looking like
2016 is just gonna
like
be,
you look at 2016. You look all right. Let's look at 2016 for PlayStation. Uncharted, Street Fighter, Ratchet and Clank, Horizon, Yakuza. Like it is Persona.
Like I said, it better be the best year ever in the history of PlayStation because we waited this long.
Power set.
Because last year was just terrible when it was Infamous, some infamous spin-off, and a car game. I'm sorry for that.
I mean, like to be fair,
I didn't buy my PlayStation just to be an indie multi-plat machine. I'm sorry.
I mean,
it kind of is, anyways, but still.
Yeah, like I'm. It has some exclusives this year. Obviously, it's not their strongest year. Like
2016 better be like the most.
To be fair, like you look at Xbox's lineup, and you're like, okay, if you cut out the games you can also play on the PC, it comes down to Tomb Raider, Forza, and Halo. Because I don't think that Gears remake was all that good.
No.
Yeah. So
it was. I played it with you, and it was prettier. That's the
only
thing I can add to it. It was prettier.
Like it's 3 games compared to 2. And Nintendo
You could say it's Microsoft exclusive.
I mean,
if you really wanted to stretch
if you want to stretch it, then
really stretch
if you want to stretch it, then it's like 5-2.
5 is more than 2 times.
And then Nintendo has 2, arguably 3, depending on how much you like Mario Tennis.
I actually really like the Mario Sport games.
Mario Tennis is kind of rad.
Yeah, like especially like the one for the GameCube back in the day.
I reviewed the 3DS one back when it came out. I gave it an 8.
On the 3DS is awesome.
It is. I play that at work.
Tea time.
Yep.
If you guys want, we can have a 3 a.m. tea time.
That'd be fantastic. Just
yeah.
Everybody ready? Yep. Boop.
But this has been a really strong year for games. Like, just no matter what platform you have, whatever your genre you're into.
Yeah, like whatever genre, you're going to find something good.
PC, PlayStation.
New StarCraft out later this year.
Mm-hmm.
Like Hearthstone and Heroes of the Storm.
MMO's got a Final Fantasy expansion.
Final Fantasy got an expansion.
The new Tales games coming out.
Yeah, Tales.
Do you like racing games? You got Forza and Project Cars.
Yeah.
Like, I was looking at the 60-minute access list for the rest of the year going forward. I was looking at that, and let's see, we got Mario Maker and Dengeki Bunko Fighting Climax, Uncharted, Forza, Yoshi's Woolly World, Tales, Halo, Call of Duty, Assassin's Creed, Tomb Raider, Fallout, Star Wars, Just Cause, Xenoblade, Rainbow Six.
When we do Forza, I want to be at the controls for like all of it, please.
Okay.
Because you're at the controls for pretty much everything. I'm sorry.
That's fine.
That's sure.
But yeah, so anyway, that's a big list. This is a really last year was a year of really interesting ideas. Like Papers, Please. Games got goofy last year. Bayonetta 2, Smash. They
were trying things out.
It was very much a year of if you want a niche title, this is your year. But this year is just we are 2 years into these new consoles. We get it. Big.
The biggest blockbusters coming now.
I know Microsoft recently did a thing where they previewed their Tomb Raider and Halo, and both those games look phenomenal. But yeah, Mario Maker is if I looked at it this year and you said, okay, not what my personal favorite game of the year is, but what is the best games of the year? It's those two. They're
okay. Yeah.
My personal favorite probably still is Batman.
Yeah.
Well,
that end of Batman.
Right.
The ending is just
wow.
Just.
You're just yeah.
Just you are so hyped.
I kind of wish he delivered that one line better though.
Right. He could have used it in a little bit better.
He could have if he would have done the exact inflection from the animated series version of that line.
That would be perfect.
Yeah.
Everyone would have just had nerdgasms all over the world.
I mean, they kind of did, except for one of our friends. And when she told us that, I was like, we can't be friends anymore.
Yeah, I haven't talked to her since.
Yeah. So, yeah. Super strong year. Mario Maker's great. I have been playing Dengeki Bunko because we got a review code, but I can't say anything about it until the 5th of October.
Okay.
So
it is a game.
It's a video game.
Okay, so I can't talk about the game itself, but I can say something about the embargo that I find that is stupid. This game is out in Japan, and it's been out for a year.
Well, you can talk about the Japanese version.
Ooh, loophole.
This is the dumbest embargo I've ever heard of in my entire life.
Just watch
spoil anything.
Just watch footage of the Japanese version if you want to know what this game is like, just minus the English.
It's a fighting game, so I mean...
Just post something online. So, I was trying this game from Japan.
Japanese import.
PS3s aren't region locked, so... So, yeah, that's a thing. I dropped back into Warcraft, obviously. That's more raid talk.
Player.
I got my zombie dragon.
Congrats.
I finally got my zombie dragon.
Never mind.
Is it what, guys?
I was gonna say, is it the Lich King's dragon, or is that different?
It looks the same, but tinier.
Tinier.
Yeah, it's...
Shame.
And you have to do it by doing the hard mode Lich King stuff. Which, now you can solo, 90% of it. I need help with one boss.
Just bring a friend, and it's all okay.
Well, I need help. No, it's because my two main classes, neither of them can heal, and it's a heal fight.
So you needed one healer, basically.
You need one healer.
You didn't hire a healer.
I did.
That's how you got him?
Yeah, I was just like, okay, hey, friend of mine, I need you to beast mode heal this. And they're like, okay. So I talked about this a lot on the raid, so I'm not going to say it much. The girlfriend got me into playing League with her.
Yeah.
League of Legends.
Sorry. We can't be friends.
Man, that game, like... I can't go back after Heroes of the Storm, man. Like, same with Dota. Like, I used to really like Dota, but, like, I can't go back to it either.
Too much upkeep?
Like, it's too much upkeep, and it's just so much slower. Like, it's like going from playing Unreal Tournament to playing goddamn Rainbow Six. It's like in...
You don't have as much patience with games, I notice.
I don't.
You tend to, like, prefer more quick action, get into it now.
Yeah.
Instead of that whole, you need to take your time to come up with a plan. Like, coming up with a plan takes too much time.
See, I like coming up with a plan when it's on the fly, though, and that's why I like about Heroes.
Real-time strategy kind of thing.
Yeah, it's why I like real-time strategy, but not, like, Fire Emblem.
Yeah.
You know, like, it's why I think Warcraft 3 is rad, while I'm not super big on, like, you know, turn-based strategy games.
And,
like, I like how in Heroes, where it's like, you know, like, Dragon Knight is up, okay, you and you go down, you and you go there, you post in the middle and wait for the knight. You know, like, I like that kind of just quick strategy. I don't like, alright, we're gonna sit here and kill creep for 10 minutes. Wait for shit to happen and make our builds and whatnot. I also like the fact that how in Heroes you can be way more aggressive with assaulting. Like in League, those turrets will F you up hard.
Yeah, with League, it is the fine line between should I assault this turret or should I hold back.
It's
because that's one of the things that really clicks. One of the things that make League very interesting is that where's the fine line between being more aggressive and knowing when to retreat.
See,
like, that's one of the things that's like one of the many decisions you have to make.
See, but it's more defensive about it. So like I've noticed, like, okay, you and your opponent are fighting on your opponent's turret. If you attack their opponent, the turret immediately stops shooting creep and goes for you.
Yes.
Heroes, no, just keeps going for creep until all the creep is dead. The game encourages you to always be on the offensive. You never stop attacking.
Well, the thing is that you can't just apply that logic everywhere, because being always aggressive could be extremely costly, which is what the League thing is that you can't always be aggressive because it will be costly if you push it too far. You need to have
the teamwork to go.
Well, you need it in Heroes also.
You need to know when you can... Like, here's the thing, like I guess, like, with League, the problem with League and Dota probably for you is that there's too much thinking involved.
Ow.
No, it fries your brain too much kind of thinking. It's exhausting.
He plays a barbarian for sake. I mean, he's just like, I need to hit things now.
Like, I play...
But here's the thing. Sometimes, no, I'm not saying that to insult anybody. I'm just saying that in a sense of you really can get very tired playing this because they require so much focus and decision making that it can drain you out.
The difference with Heroes, though, is it has a lot of that, but it's more like you need to make this decision now. You don't need to plan it out for 3 years.
Well,
League
has that decision too because, well, let's be honest,
but you have way more downtime, though. That's what I'm saying. Like, you have way more downtime, and you have to plan more, which is Heroes, which is like, you make it now. Like, you need to make this decision now.
How do you play against bots or players? League.
Both. Like, I just started.
Because when you play against players, oh man, they are never like the bots. So you kind of have to come up with a bajillion decisions on the fly.
And to be fair, I've noticed something when you play League. Like, if you run into a player, like within your first 5 levels, they'll never fight you. They will run.
Yeah, in Heroes, with
you see someone. Give it me!
Yeah, unless you are playing like a stealth character like Nova or Illidan, like by level 2 or 3, you're fighting other players.
Level 1, you're fighting other players.
Yeah, but you're not killing anyone.
Yeah, it's just basically like you get like half their health down, they run away.
Yeah.
Unless they're done. That's the one way.
The thing in League is that when you have 2 smart players, they'll never take
Something
each
I
other
do
out.
like, though, is you start out with all of your abilities and heroes.
I also like the fact that heroes, like, you don't... And Dota has this, too. You don't come with any preset advantages.
Yeah, like, you can't buy advantages before the match.
Yeah, and you don't have to worry about item builds. You just have to worry about talent builds.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like... And every, I believe it's like 3 levels. It's like 4 talents, pick. 4 talents, pick. 4 talents, pick.
Yep.
Mm.
You know, instead of like bajillion items.
To be fair, it's like, I believe it's 3, 6, like 10, 12, 15, 18, 20.
Yeah.
Something like that.
And your level 20 ability is usually like...
It powers up your level 10 ability.
The thing is, though, when the item builds, that kind of actually make a character more versatile because they can do more tthan just one thing.
Like, heroes can do that too. Like, I spent, like, Ray can tell you, I play a support, but... I'm pretty much a DPS that has the heal ability.
Like, I'm a tank, but I DPS.
Yeah, like, I will straight up be like when I'm, every time Uther has the ability, it's like, okay, I want the thing to restore mana to attack more. I want the thing to give me a better stun. Like, every single ability I choose for Uther when I play him is like, okay, what can make me a more efficient killing machine?
Yeah, like, we're in League, though. If I play, like, my tank is Cho'Gath in League. And literally, until he gets his, like, R attack, like, his Mega, like, I just hide with him and, like, I cheap shot. Because that's all he can do. Because he can take a lot of damage, but he can't do much damage. So hiding in the bush and spikes.
Like Dota, I play Lina. It's the same way. It's like, okay, kill, murder, minions, gold, murder to get gold. Gold level. I also like the fact that Heroes is a group level.
Yeah, like it's a team level.
Yeah, that's kind of a nice thing because that kind of reduces the raging factor when it comes to later parts of the game because if you fall behind in League, you will fall behind very hard.
Oh yeah, like if you fall 2 levels behind, you're not gonna catch up.
You're not gonna catch up and it's too late. You creep won't save you and you are not strong enough to get any kills, so you're stuck.
You're
stuck and everyone will hate you for it.
Yeah, you have to jungle at that point until you catch up, but you can't.
Well, like in Heroes, you have that point where you can, because it's a unified level, you never have that one person on your team that is so below everyone else they're useless. Mm-hmm. Like they're always within range of, okay, you can at least help us, even if you are bad.
You can be our meat shield.
Yes. I've straight up done that. Like, we had this really good Kel'Thas player on our team who, when Kel'Thas hits level 20, he is just a DPS monster. Like, he just shreds towers on his own. And it was like, alright, everyone be Kel'Thas' meat shield. We are going to go F some shit up. And we did that. And we're just like, alright, all 5 people, 4 of us, mob around Kel'Thas, don't let people touch him because he's made of glass. And it worked. And, both of them are very team-oriented, but I feel like Heroes, because of certain things, tries to encourage you to play as a team more, instead of just, implying it.
We're in League, you can have, 1 to a lane and 2 in the jungle. This, you need backup. Backup is really important. Think of how often you see a solo person in Heroes. It's usually when they're running between lanes.
If you do, they're typically really bleeping good, too.
Yeah, it's a Murky, and you're just like, oh no.
Yeah,
if you see a lone Murky, you just run.
If you see a lone Murky, especially late game, you're like, fuck that. Nope. That guy is going to F my shit. Although, I do love people who think they're good with Illidan against Uther, because it's a mismatch. Because Illidan's all about, if I keep attacking you, I do more damage. But he can't do it because Uther has 3 stuns. So it's like, so Illidan in most one-on-one matchups will just mess you up.
Doing his flips and kicks.
Haley plays Malfurion and Tyrande. And she'll be, and she hates Illidan players, good ones. She despises them. Because she doesn't have any way to stun lock them.
I thought he had 1 stun.
No, he has 2. Yeah. He has 2, but 1 recharges so fast that you'll use it, wait for the other one to end, wait for it to end, use Divine Storm, and by the time Divine Storm's end, it procs again.
No, not yours, hers.
Yeah, he only has 1 though, versus Uther's 3.
Yeah.
You know, and I mean, you can get away from him at least and heal yourself.
Mm-hmm.
But like what? So like anytime I see an Illidan by myself, especially with a late game Uther, I'm like, bring it on. And they always go for you. They always do.
Because usually, like, a late game Illidan can mess up anybody.
Yeah, exactly.
If you don't have stuns, you're done.
Yeah, exactly. So like they go up to me and I'm just like, boom, stun, heal, and then they keep damaging you. And because I spec Uther like a DPS and not a healer, they'll try running away, and then because my heal also does damage now, it's like, oh, you can run, but zap. You know,
like you use your heal on them and it hurts them.
Yeah. So it's oh man, yeah. Sylvana, I've been learning how to play a specialist. So the way that heroes' roles work is there's tank, which speaks for itself, assassin, which also speaks for itself, support, which speaks for itself, but they have a fourth role, specialist. The main point of a specialist is map control and pushing. So you want to be able to push lanes. Some specialists are better early game, some are better late game. So Sylvanas is way better late game because she has an ability to mind control minions. And if you get her to level 20, mind control mercenaries. So like, let's say they're like, oh, we just captured a merc camp.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for wasting all that time and energy. Yeah, it's like
I can see why you switched to League now, though.
Yeah. I didn't switch. Heroes is my main game, but I'll play League. It's just going back is so hard because of it's very much that difference between a real-time strategy and a turn-based. Well, not like fully, but it's like in League and Dota you get more time to like set the stuff up. Versus in Heroes, it's like how long does it take for objectives to pop on a hero's map? Like 2 minutes, right?
Like, what do you mean objectives?
Like the Dragon Knight and the skulls.
I would say, like, once you've got it, it's gone for like 10 minutes, and then it's back.
Not 10, like 5. Like,
is it that soon?
It's short. It
depends on the map, though. Like,
yeah,
the pirate map, it's as soon as it's done.
Yeah,
with the like control like the pyramids that shoot them, that's almost instant. With the like Archangel and Diablo one, like the Angel and Demon,
I hate that Diablo map. That map sucks.
Yeah.
That map sucks. That's another thing I like about Heroes. Different maps.
Because a lot of people, like, unless you're playing with a good group, like, they don't go for the objectives, I've noticed.
In League, they have this, I forgot what that mode is called, but they have regular mode, then I forgot what the other one is, Domination. No one plays Domination.
Heroes, there's only the one mode, but, like, there's I think 9 maps at this point. And that really changes the game because it's not the same lanes.
It's not the same 3.
Yes, because lanes. In order for a game to be competitive, fair, and balanced, there must be Final Destination, items off, all off, don't do this character, don't do this character.
Yeah, Heroes, like there is a map in Heroes that's 2 lanes. There's a map in Heroes that is a circle. It is just a giant circle.
Yeah, I think Heroes is like more of the let's have fun kind of game instead of because like obviously when it's competitive you want the quote unquote most balanced field, which means it has to be completely even. There are very strict standards to how a map should be. Whereas when you're not as serious, you could just kind of toy around, really.
You know what I saw in my last match of Heroes?
What?
All 5 grouped together the entire match. They never separated. And they just destroyed us, like, literally in, like, maybe, like, 10 minutes. I was just like, how?
I will say this. I've noticed that pre-mades in Heroes dominate way harder than pre-mades in League.
What do you mean pre-mades?
Like, 5 people who know each other are playing.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I've seen a pre-made in League match up against our random-ass group and still do kind of okay and do well. But, like, a pre-made in Heroes will just fuck your shit. Like, it's not even funny how bad they will mess you up.
Well, in League, you're playing with pre-mates most of the time anyways, because everyone hates other people so much. So you'd rather would play
friends. That's another reason I also, like, Heroes...
That's the other thing about League, too, is that if you want to get good and get somewhere, you're going to have friends to play with to make sure you do get better. Because everyone hates getting paired up with random people that don't know what they're doing.
Like, Heroes, I just want one extra person. League, I legitimately want Phil and Haley and Andy.
It's a lot better with friends, partly because you want to reduce the toxicity.
Yeah,
because let's be honest here, when the toxicity obviously gets very high. Because it's one thing to take crap from another team, because they're either owning you, or they want to come up with excuses to why they're losing. But it's another thing when your own teammates are yelling at you all the time because, oh my god, why are you running away? Oh, you're doing this wrong. You're doing this wrong. You're doing this wrong. You all suck at me.
No, I had people doing that shit in bot matches, and I'm like, are you serious? Mm-hmm. This is a fucking bot match.
It doesn't even count against you.
It is a bot match, you lonely, sad little man.
Yeah. Like, what was it? I was playing, like, I usually play that game on my own because no one would play. It was kind of that game. Like, everyone was playing Dota at the time. But I liked League because, for some reason, never got into Dota. But I would join, like, teams of, like, pre-made 4 sets, and it did, like, at the end of the game, they'd talk shit to me. I'm like, I have the most kills and the least deaths. So I ran. Yeah, I did. Why do you have 20 deaths and 2 kills? Question mark?
Yeah, so... That's another reason I prefer Heroes. Like, Heroes has the occasional jerk.
Like that one guy.
Yeah, like that, like, Mount guy. But for the most part, Heroes has, like, a relatively good... I'll say this, Dota has the best community out of the 3.
Yeah.
Like, Dota legit has people who will coach you. Like, you can go to a
Really, because we lost pretty badly, and they sure did a good job coaching us by laughing in our faces when it was all over.
There's
great community indeed.
It's better than the other two. Actually,
it is better than the other two, because at League, they wouldn't just laugh at you. They would laugh at you and then start making your mom jokes, like middle schoolers.
Like, and also in Dota, there's a legit mode you can go into that says, hey, I want to be coached up as I play by another player, and you can go in and do that.
Dota has that mode.
Yeah.
We should do that before we get humiliated again this year.
We should just
Please.
just play a month.
That is my problem with that was my issue with Dota, is that with League there's a tutorial and you can play through that tutorial and you'll be like, I know how to play League now. I mean, you're still terrible, but at least you know the basic way to move about. Whereas with Dota, the tutorial is complete garbage. It's basically one stupid, I'm a Dragon Knight, I will go kill this thing. But it doesn't really tell you about how Dota actually plays. It's just a stupid story adventure mode.
So, one thing that I really like... So, are you suggesting we just spend like a hardcore month getting really good at Dota 2?
No. My point is that Dota, like in the case of like Heroes of the Storm and League, their tutorials teach you how the game works and you have at least the most basic knowledge when you go in as a newbie. With Dota, the tutorial is absolute garbage because even after that, I still didn't know what to play. And I felt like I literally was going back into class at college and I was asking people, hey, you play Dota, right? Okay, I need someone to teach me Dota because their tutorial is garbage.
Can you teach me to Dota?
Yes.
Can you teach me to football? But no, I was referring to the fact that, like, are you saying that, like, a month leading up to Extra Life,
we should just get coached, so
we should just get hardcore into Dota and bitch slap Jeremiah.
I wouldn't say like get super hardcore, but at least like someone teach us so as level 1s we don't suck so much. Like, because let's be honest, did we ever take out a single tower in all the time that we've done?
Hey, my lane did okay. We did all right.
Did you take out one tower in your lane?
We took out like 2. We did good.
Okay. Did you have the help of someone else?
I think who was in my lane with me?
Okay, so you had the help of someone else.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I didn't.
We're going solos.
I got most kills on our team. So.
What'd you get? 3?
Like 6.
Yeah.
6. It was like 6 to like 9 deaths. It was like
6 and 9.
Yeah. God damn it. But no. So anyway, MOBAs. That's a thing.
Those are fun.
Pokemon
Go's a thing. I'm gonna drive off cliffs going for Clefairies. Just. Why did that guy...
You end up in the middle of a forest because you needed that Zapdos.
Just... Why did that guy drive off the Golden Gate Bridge? Kyogre was in the ocean.
Kyogre is in the San Francisco Bay.
So, we have 2 pieces of news here. We'll move into news now. We have 2 pieces of news. One is that Xbox, starting on the 28th of September, so the day before you hear this, they are doing a bunch of new bundles.
The Xbox Wundles.
Yep.
Went there.
Okay. And they already have a bunch of other bundles.
How can you come up with more bundles than the one you already have? So one for every game that you have coming out this year, right?
The only one that like they have right now, they have one for that weird special controller. They have one for Halo 5, FIFA, Madden, Forza, Gears, and Kinect.
So this is the math question of you've got like for you. I think you guys have seen this math question in grade school, and it's a stupid dumb question. You have 5 people. How many different combinations can you have if you had this condition, this condition, and this condition?
Yeah.
And it was a difficult problem to solve because why would you ever need to solve this problem in real life?
Yeah, why are you playing life coach to these 5 people?
It's like
in this
Billy
case, it's like you've got 5
Billy
games.
has 85 cookies, and and like Sammy eats 2. How many does Billy have? Billy has diabetes.
Max buys 18 Xbox
Yeah,
One
but it's like in this case, it's like you've got 5
games.
games. It's like you've got 5 games. How many bundles can you make if you had this condition, this condition, this condition? It's like you have a bundle for every game that's coming out this holiday season. How many bundles
The only one they don't have
need?
is like Tomb Raider.
Yeah, like how many more bundles do you need?
And to be fair, they'd make more money not bundling them.
Well, they need to bundle them because they need sales.
Yeah,
Because
but
the
you wanna-
PlayStation 4 is completely destroying everything. So hey,
They just want to be like,
okay,
we
fine,
sold
just-
the most systems. You sold the most games. Systems. The game came with the system.
And I kind of like this from a consumer standpoint because they're bringing back the pack-in game. Like,
oh yeah.
Like it's getting to the point where
Why was the Wii ridiculously awesome? Because it came with Wii Sports.
yeah, like
That was the
Well,
best
awesome
like-
in sales, I should
like
say.
my Xbox One came with Titanfall, which was an awesome game.
For me, I don't have to buy Forza afterwards. I just have to buy the system with the bundle, wait for it to take forever to download, and then wait for it to take forever to install. Then I can play
Yay.
Forza.
And then you can get those 2 Halo games, which is really like 7 Halo.
I feel like they're gonna throw in a Halo Forza bundle.
I can see it.
Like
A
like
Halo
combinations
Forza.
of games.
They're gonna start adding multiple games like
Halo Pro bundle.
A
As it, like so
$700
it's basically the Pro bundle, but then they throw Halo in there.
It's
Because you got to be a pro when you play Halo.
I think they'll do
Don't be
a Halo bundle, the current Halo bundle, but with Master Chief Collection too.
yeah.
So the only Halo you
The
don't,
the Supreme Halo.
the only Halo you don't have is Reach.
No, I could see it coming pre-installed with Reach, like from the 30.
Because backwards
It'll be backwards compatible, so you will have all the Halo. Like here's a code for Reach.
You have everything
Here's
except
a
you have everything except you have everything
No,
except
ODST.
Halo Wars. You have everything except Halo Wars.
that one didn't count.
They're making a second one, so you have to acknowledge
that
the
was
first one
an
existed.
that was no.
I still get super butthurt about Halo Wars because I'm like, you literally had to copy StarCraft.
Yeah, and it would.
That's all you had to do.
And the thing
You have 3 factions: Covenant, Humans, Flood, Zerg, Protoss, Terran.
The problem is, like, the thing was that I think the bigger disappointment was that it was made by Ensemble Studios, which made Age of Empires, and Age of Empires were really good RTS games.
But
And the thing they made that, and then the studio died. I'm like, wow.
yeah, well, that game had a good story at least. The story was pretty good.
I played the demo, kind of didn't get it.
All units, the all units button, all units.
What?
There's a button that you hit that says all units, makes all your units go to a place. So you
It's like Pikmin.
yes, all units, all units. But yeah, so I don't know. You guys are in the market for Xboxes. Anything?
I don't know if
I
I'm
might
gonna buy
wait
mine.
for Scalebound.
I don't know if I want mine October. The flies on your head now.
That's
There we go. I don't know if
that's coming out like next Christmas though.
I don't know if I want to
Yeah.
get the Forza, but I don't know if I want to buy it in October or wait until Black Friday. I feel like when that Black Friday hits, it's going to be too late.
Yeah, like
But you get the best price if you can get a system.
this will be the first Black Friday I have money, so I might just camp outside of Best Buy.
You don't need to.
We went last year. There were plenty of systems.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they're like freaking. It's ridiculous. Like, it's not as mobby as it used to be. Partly because they now open at freaking 6 p.m. on Thanksgiving evening.
Best Buy opened at 6 p.m. Really?
Really?
I thought they opened at midnight. No, they opened
Last year they opened early because when we went there at midnight.
That's right.
were
They
about-
opened at no. They opened at 9. So we got there at midnight, which was 3 hours later.
Yeah, and they were about to close.
So who's up for Black Friday shopping?
I'm totally
See,
down.
for me, it depends. It's like, am I looking for anything? Because I'm like, there's really no point in me being up that late just to go out. There's really nothing for me to
There
buy.
will be a game deal. There will be some type of
I
game
know,
deal.
but at
Yeah,
the same
there's-
time, it's like
It'll be like
I
Forza
have
with
to
a
care.
Wii steering wheel for the Xbox.
That like there will be like Madden's always one of those. I would be willing to bet Forza will be one of those. Let's see, The Witcher will be one for sure.
Mhm.
Like Batman will be one for sure. anything that wasn't released in November or October basically will be in that list.
Yeah. Well, even that.
Yeah.
It's like sales.
Yeah.
Sales.
Sales.
The one that bummed me out was the Wii U bundle last year because alright, for $350 it was Donkey Kong, Smash, Mario U, Nintendo Land, and the system, and no one bought it still.
How much was
It was
that?
the best bundle.
$350.
It was the best bundle. You had the best Wii U games, and it was the best year for the Wii U, and
Like that and a copy of Bayonetta 2,
feel like
you're
I kinda-
set.
I think I
Black
kind of.
Friday, I'm gonna be like $400. This is my spending money. What system offers me the most out of the Wii U, Xbox One?
I mean, like,
Last year the Wii U gave you the best.
like last year did. This year...
Because last year the PS4 and the Xbox One were still a little too new,
Like-
and didn't exactly have the
I
best
feel like
game.
the fact of just Scalebound being a thing is going to lead me to Xbox. Just so I can be like, Bronson, let's team up and just destroy things with Magic Dragons.
Fair enough.
Put on your Beats Dr. Dre headset and let's go fight these medieval bastards.
Okay, so... Anyway...
A bundle every day. It's like, what other bundles are you gonna come up with? Like a Pro Halo bundle, I could actually
Like,
see.
It's
Two-
going to be a Microsoft Sony bundle. It's just going to be the Xbox One and PlayStation 4. Somehow they worked that in.
Tomb
a 2-in-1 deal.
Yeah.
Yours for $800.
Tomb Raider. Tomb Raider will be one.
Yep.
Assassin's Creed. I'm trying to think.
Game combinations, a Halo, Forza in a single system.
I think they'll do other game combinations, so like Forza Horizon and Forza 6.
Yeah, I could see like Tomb
yeah.
Raider and like Metal Gear.
I could
somehow
see
doing
like
one.
Tomb Raider and Tomb Raider.
How
Yeah, that's
how
right,
screwed
Tomb
up
Raider.
is it that I actually want to get Forza Horizon 2 just because it has a Cadillac Escalade in it? How screwed up is that?
That's not bad at all.
Well, like, I mean, obviously there are other reasons for Horizon.
They could do like a sports bundle for like $450. You get NHL, FIFA, and Madden.
I would
th-
consider
okay.
that just because I like NHL.
I don't know how you can be a fan of FIFA and how you can be a fan of football and football.
Ask John. He likes both.
Okay.
To be
Because
fair,
I
would go
feel
for
like that
hockey
kind of
and
audience
football.
is really rare. You're more likely to throw an NBA and Madden together.
Well, those are made by different companies though. Unless you're talking about the bad NBA.
EA. Yeah.
I don't know. Like soccer was one of those games I only play with friends.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I just hate every second of it.
Let's
It's
see.
a fun game. Well, you're talking about real life soccer?
No, like FIFA, like
Oh, okay.
the FIFA games. Like if I'm not playing those with a friend, I just hate every minute of it. And usually, I'll still lose by like 15 goals in soccer, which is horrible.
I'm trying to think of what else.
It's because I don't know to pass. I'm just like, I want to pass. This guy's good.
Let's see. I'm trying to think
It's
of.
like when I play like Final Fantasy X in the fucking like water dome. I'm just like, this guy has the best shot. He's gonna have the ball the whole time.
What you need to do in that game is get a one-score lead and then just hide behind the net because the AI doesn't know what to do.
I didn't know about that.
Yep.
The
Dumb.
best time
Yeah.
to wear stripes to wear.
No, so I can see a sports bundle, Tomb Raider bundle. I think they will bundle series together. So you'll get like Horizon, you'll get
Like Final Fantasy, like 10 and 10-2 mixed with like 7 remake.
yeah,
Like the remake of
like
the
if that was
remakes.
coming out, like
Well, yeah. Well, 7
But-
is coming out eventually. I could see X or PlayStation doing like a bundle with that.
we'll get like
or
the
like Type 0.
yeah,
That would be the newer ones.
like you'll like
Xbox gets a Witcher bundle with DLC.
Witcher, and Witcher. Just
well, no
all
like
DLC.
Witcher 2 and 3 because it's backwards compatible now.
Yeah.
Maybe because you remember like Witcher 3 was actually it was showcased at the Xbox conference back when we weren't really caring, but it was actually showcased.
But no, so like I could see a like Tomb Raider where you get Tomb Raider Definitive Edition and Rise of the Tomb Raider, like Halo Master Chief Collection and 5, Forza Horizon 2 and 6 or 5 and 6. What else? Sports bundle.
Yeah, we already talked about that one.
Like they're not gonna breach into Sony territory, so we're not gonna see Call of Duty or Star Wars.
Yeah, yeah.
So Sony locked up the two biggest ones:
Which one?
Call of Duty and Star Wars.
Oh, yeah.
I
don't know why, but if like I don't know why, but like a good one that pops into my head is like Zero Dark Horizon or that's it, and Tomb Raider. Like I could see those two pairing up really well.
like that's next year, but I'm like,
But yeah, like
I'm trying to think of what else. Because if they become backwards compatible, all 3 Batman games.
oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so
What is it? What was the last Metal Gear? Phantom Pain.
Yeah.
Phantom Pain and 5.
or you mean Ground Zeroes?
Yeah, Ground Zeroes and
Yeah, so
They could literally do anything though. They could be like Madden
but then-
16 and Metal Gear.
Well, the
Because
problem is
why
that then
not?
you have to call Konami, but at this point they're like, nope.
well, right now Amazon has a bundle which is the Taken King and Metal Gear for $400.
That's a pretty legit deal.
That is.
Since
Would you like
both-
2 games that you will never stop playing and don't need another
Yeah,
game for the
let's
rest
say
of the holiday
considering
season?
like if you
Congratulations.
minus both of those games' price, it's a $280 system.
Yeah.
Is it like the limited edition one too?
Yeah, it's that one with the like the
Yeah,
nice gold
that
and
is
shit.
legit for $280.
Yeah, like-
I would pay that.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely incredible. Anyway, so
I
I
got a phone case for that.
I know. They have to start selling them for it.
That
They
means
should already.
The only ones that are Apple and they're $40
No,
cases. And I'm
let-
just like, no.
Leave your phone just on your desk. Never touch it. Just never move it. Just on your desk.
Oh,
until
I've
you
been
get a
mad
case.
protective with it. Like I am holding it or it's in my pocket.
Like you don't set it down.
Like the
Better
old
hope
Oh,
you
is it
don't
gonna be
crush
like that day we were walking by the river? You're just gonna jump and it's gonna fly out of your pockets, be like hello, and then just fall to the ground.
Into the puddle.
Yeah, like
Nice.
no, it flew out of his pocket, like waved at him and landed, and then he jumped on the phone, like because he was in midair still, and that was like the scariest moment for you ever. You were just like you looked like you were like I don't want to move my foot.
Anyway, IGN did their top 25 PlayStation 4 games and others, and they did this for all their systems. We're gonna hit PS4, and we're only gonna really talk about the top 10, but I'll go through the full list. 25, Wolf Among Us.
Multiply.
Okay.
24, Infamous Second Son.
Okay.
Oh wow, that's pretty low.
Yeah, I know. 23, Broken Age. 22, Until Dawn.
Wow, that.
I think it would.
Infamous.
21, Minecraft.
Which is everywhere.
20, Far Cry.
Which is other places.
19, Everybody's Gone to the Rapture.
I've heard that's interesting.
18, Rocket League.
That should be number
That
2.
is awesome. Rocket League is awesome.
17, Guacamelee. 16.
Again.
16 is Batman.
Hey, play that elsewhere.
Let's see. 15, Rogue Legacy.
Cool.
14, Rayman.
Okay.
13, Child of Light.
Okay.
12, Diablo.
Mm-hmm.
11, Final Fantasy 14, A Realm Reborn.
Oh wow.
I think just hearing that alone has caused a lot of people to think, so an MMO has beaten Infamous
I mean,
on the IGN list.
Well,
Like, to me, I'm just like,
I mean, you have to remember this is dictated by their editors. So I mean, like if if a couple
it
of
sounded
editors,
more like it's dictated by a single editor than a group consensus.
it's
because
three. It's three editors.
They need to decide
yeah,
like, what will
they're
make the
not
people
really the
most
biggest
or
fans of
least
Infamous,
upset.
I'm guessing, because that could fall off pretty easily.
But top 10, bro.
Top 10. So 10 is Transistor, which I think should be way higher.
Transistor was an amazing game.
Like that's a top 5 game, I think,
Mhm.
for PlayStation. Number 9, Resogun.
No.
I think that's a good spot for that game. I love that game.
Yeah, it was a good release game.
Like it's like I was so like before they reset the leaderboards and none of my friends played it anymore. Like when that game had like legit leaderboards for my friends, I was obsessed with being the highest score amongst all my friends. Just
why did they reset the
obsessed.
leaderboards?
Because of DLC.
Oh.
So 8, Shadows of Mordor.
Really?
It's
I
good.
I don't think it's better than Infamous or
I think
some of the
it was
early
that
games. Like John really liked it. It was his game of the year last year.
It's good. I just have like
7, Grand Theft Auto 5.
Okay.
I think that should be
We
top
played through
5.
That was good. That easily deserves top 10.
it's a re-release of a game from the previous generation.
Yeah, but this like the PC and new versions are like way better, way better.
First person mode, so important.
Not that, but just like the frame rate. Like if you played that PS3 version recently, it is crap.
PS3 version barely running.
Yeah, like it
Barely running
runs.
acceptably, I should say.
Like it barely runs. Like the draw distance is cut down. Like you notice so much.
It's like trying to play Black Ops 1.
Yeah, like
just
just
like you could be running and then you're in a building.
6, Journey.
So
Okay.
another game from the previous generation.
5, Dragon Age.
No.
No.
Yeah, that
just
deserves
no.
25.
No.
No.
That's
Yep, don't agree.
just no.
Sorry.
That's 3 for 3.
I'm sorry, I would rather
consensus.
put The Witcher there than Dragon Age, flat out.
4, The Last of Us Remastered.
Yeah.
Another game from the last generation. It's not like the Grand Theft Auto thing where they like changed a lot of stuff. It literally was.
They literally made it prettier and added photo mode.
That's it.
3.
Ellie can now have her selfie.
3. Bloodborne.
Yeah. Yeah, that should be. What got above Bloodborne? I'm curious. If it's The Witcher, I'm gonna throw a hissy fit.
You're gonna be really butthurt. Number 2, The Witcher. Ray proceeds to hold up double middle fingers.
How?
I can see how it.
To be fair, though, I will say Bloodborne, it's about 2 hours before that game gets... Like, after your first boss kill, you're like, this game's got me hooked.
That and also Bloodborne, if you're not willing to, like, deal with its learning curve.
Yeah, but then again with Witcher, I don't want to play for 10 hours and still be bored.
Yeah.
Like, I got to the
you
bear
guys
and I
just
was like...
into Western RPGs. That's just
well,
my
he
way
likes
of
Dragon
looking
Age.
I love Dragon Age and I love Fallout. Just... This one, I was like, why am I like?
This is the reason.
Was the best part of that game.
This is the reason why I said The Witcher 3 is probably one of the best Western RPGs, but I only gave it a 9. 9.95.
Like if
or
I
10.
was
the reason why I couldn't give it is just like that beginning is not gonna work out.
Like maybe if I
That
made
was my
it like
biggest
to that
complaint.
point where Anthony's like talking about where it gets good.
But
Like,
the problem is that that's why I gave it a 9. I said it's probably one of the best Western RPGs out there, but I gave it only 9, and the reason why is because that beginning. Like, here's the thing. If there was a point when I was only playing that game like only 30 minutes a week because that beginning was so boring, and I'm like, I just don't get it. But it's like, for some reason, I persisted with it, and then it was like, oh, this is what everyone's talking about. But it's another one of those. It gets good later.
I'm going to give it, so like, I typically give games 3 shots.
You need a lot of patience. That's the thing.
I'm gonna give it a couple more hours. Like, I'm gonna rent it eventually and give it a couple more hours.
yeah, like that's what I'm gonna do. Like eventually, like next time you
I
get
feel
it,
like
I'll
it's
be
not
like,
gonna
Bronson,
be-
can I borrow it
I
for
feel
a
like
day?
it's not going to be successful because you're just going to walk into that game thinking, oh, well, here's another 2 hours of, oh, yep, see, I agree. My purchases have all been confirmed. Too much walking, too much talking, too much chatting.
I think
Why does it need this? Why?
No, one thing that really upset me in that game was like I felt like I was super underleveled because like everything was like super like.
That's the other thing too. It forces you to go do side quests.
Yeah,
you
like-
can't just speed run the story. Like I tried that because
You'll
I was so
die.
tired. I was like, I just want to finish this game because
Well,
hey,
I love the side missions. Like I really enjoyed.
I think it's really
them.
sad when your side missions do better than your main story
Yeah,
for a
like-
significant amount of the game.
Like, did you find the priest one where he's just like, you know, you don't have to tell anybody about us murdering them. Here's $50. But you're like, no, and he's like, well, okay, I guess we'll take your head too. And I was just like, really? You and Baldy McGee over there. Like, the side quests were really fun, and like, they got you some experience. But if you were just like, I want to grind for levels, you could literally just run into the forest, kill like 100 monsters, and gain like 50 experience.
you have to quest to level.
You have to quest to level, and that irritates me because I like to just randomly explore maps.
a random bear. You're dead.
Yeah, literally, like there was a tree monster. I ran past it on my horse at full
Sometime-
speed, and like roots came out of the ground and insta-killed me. I
Sometimes
was like,
it sort of works because you would come across an abandoned town, and if you beat it, you're good, except for the catch that town is level 30 and you're level 5.
yeah.
So you get killed. So you
There's
can
just-
visit it after the story's done, but
There's just so like I like random exploring. That's what I really love about Fallout. Like you can go anywhere at level 2.
yeah, The Witcher is not really the best for random exploring. It's more like you need to be led.
Although auto running on paths was super enjoyable. Like I don't have to pay attention to run, and I can just make
You
it to the
still kind
next
of sort of
village.
have to because occasionally Roach would just like skew off the path.
Roach would just take a
You
left.
have
when
to
you
give
didn't
it
want him
some
to.
guidance, but you can be half lazy about it.
Yeah, like you have to make sure if there's a fort coming up, you go the right way on the
Yeah.
fort. But occasionally Roach will just be like, this way.
Field.
Yeah, like he'll
Field.
be like the horse from Beauty and the Beast. He'll be like dark scary path, beautiful meadow, and he'll go down the dark scary path. You're like, no, other way.
Yeah, so
I will say like my favorite thing in that game so far that almost made me keep playing it was Princess the Goat.
that was pretty great. I liked
The
that
game
part.
was humorous at times.
Like that was like here
Like,
goat.
Geralt makes a lot of sarcastic, jesting remarks about lots of things.
Yeah, like,
so it's
that
awesome.
was like my favorite main story quest. It was just here goat. But that card game was literally the best part of that game so far. Like I was addicted to that. Like I was playing everyone in every town. I was just like, bam, 28 points. I'm out of cards. Whoops.
So this was my experience. Like, I got up to that part where you're in the cave with the witch and you're helping her out. But like you fight the wild hunt. Like, finally, this shit is going somewhere.
Do you know what the good news about that game? You don't go into caves very often. I would think that is a fantastic decision because because you ever realize how like games like, I don't know, Skyrim, everything is a freaking cave or building.
Yeah.
With The Witcher, you actually don't go into caves that very often. Like, I can only remember like maybe 2 or 3 times, significant times when you had to go through a cave and it felt like, oh, here's another generic fantasy cave with traps and you gotta find someone or do something. But no, you don't see that very often. I think it's fantastic because that means you're outside when the sun is up instead of being in some dark cave like every other game.
But, like, I was like, alright, this plot is finally going places. And then they're like, play hide and seek with these kids in a swamp.
Yeah, and then you're just like, I swear.
Use your Witcher sensors and track them, and I'm like, I'm fault. That's probably something I'm not really too big of a fan of, is that sometimes it would it would send you on these long winding paths following fucking footprints.
Can I just say finding that griffin's nest was the most aggravating thing ever? Because, like, the footprints weren't in the area it attacked. You had to, like, wander into the woods and get lucky looking down to find a footprint.
Yeah, that was a minor annoyance.
Like, I literally ran back to town. I was like, I must have done it. Came back, nope, still haven't found it. And like 20 minutes later, I was like, hey, look, there's a footprint in this ditch. That's weird.
So yeah, and then number 1 is Metal Gear.
That makes perfect sense.
That list, I feel, is quite messed up.
I feel like
in my opinion, it's like Infamous at 20. Ooh.
Yeah, like
Infamous is like actually.
Infamous is still like one of the most popular games.
It's well, popularity doesn't necessarily mean it's good.
True.
But at the same time, it's like it is a good game, but it gets put down that low. Like, where's Drive Club in that list? I really like Drive Club. It's a good game. And then of course I look at the top 10. It's like Grand Theft Auto 5.
It's a lot of remakes.
That's a while ago. Last of Us. It's basically a prettier game. Maybe we should throw in Final Fantasy VII PS1 collection because you could technically play it on your PS4. Let's throw Mass Effect 2 on it because you can technically play it on Xbox One with backwards compatibility.
So if I was making a list, I would go. If I was making a top 5, I would say Grand Theft Auto because the changes are significant enough for it to matter. Infamous, Transistor, Bloodborne, Metal Gear.
I would go with the rule that we judge it solely on new content and.
Yeah, like I don't believe like a remake should be in there, especially if it's like The Last of Us. If it's just prettier.
Yeah.
Like I don't believe that like makes a game.
Especially because The Last of Us ran fine anyway. It's not like GTA 5 where it ran like shit.
Yeah, like they made that game a lot better on this, like from system to system.
But it was the same story, the same cars, the same area with the same voice actors.
I think
with mostly same gameplay. So that's the thing about it. I'm just like, I looked at it and I'm like, it literally is the same story. It's just everything. It's just that it runs better, looks prettier, has a new first-person mode. The online doesn't suck as much, and it's an improved Grand Theft Auto.
Online has
it is.
Online
has fun. It is an improved Grand Theft Auto 5, but it is not a new game.
Yeah, but I still think that's like one of the 5 best games on the system, and it's improved enough. Like that's. I was way more willing to rebuy that than I was to buy The Last of Us.
I just kind of feel like it's like that weird. Yeah. I feel like it's that weird Persona 4 the Golden. Well, how exactly do we judge this as a new game? Because the story is the same, but there's this new. It's like the weird. It's like the most gray area.
There's those new radio stations and the new side quests,
but it's the same story and the same San Andreas. Like, that's the thing. It's the grayest area. Where do you like draw the line that it's a new Grand Theft Auto 5.5 instead of like, I don't know. Is it Grand Theft Auto 6? No.
So about Grand Theft Auto 5, does anyone else really want a story DLC for that game?
Why haven't they made one already? They spent more time throwing out improved current generation console versions, and then they spent more time throwing out an improved PC version, and I'm just like, man, like I kind of like, please.
So there needs to be an expansion for that game that is just Trevor and Lamar.
Like a road trip with them.
Yeah, like their road trip up to the middle of nowhere was hilarious.
You acting like a bitch he didn't call.
Yeah, like
That's still one of my favorite lines in that whole game.
I love that. Like the conversation, like GTA. Like the thing about GTA 5.
They made a road game for GTA 5, just like a trip cross country.
Like GTA 5 was such a like. I agree with our Game of the Year awards from that year. I do think Last of Us and Mario are better games. But, like, replaying that game recently on PS4, like, I love every conversation in that game. They are fantastic. Every conversation in that game is magical. Like, from Trevor's, like, daddy and authority issues, and how he murdered all of, like, the
redneck juggalo's family.
Yeah, friends. To like, it's just like, yeah, you said they abandoned me, da 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 da. Or like Michael and the hipster conversation.
You are the
proto hipster. Fuck you, Michael.
Yes.
Fuck you.
Yes. Yes. You are a hipster. What? like they're like. That was the perfect moment when I just literally had a big smile face. I'm like, oh, this is perfect.
I would have parked so many times in this game just to listen to conversations.
And the thing is, they typically make the drive long enough so you can listen to the whole thing.
Yep.
Or close enough to where you.
Or I would just park the car to let the conversation finish.
Yeah, like that's what I would do. Like if there's a really good conversation,
because I'm actually a skilled driver in Grand Theft Auto. Because I don't crash into every semi.
He's going the speed limit, staying in his lanes, 2 hands, 10 to.
No, actually, no. It's like I can drive quickly without crashing into every vehicle, like Bronson.
Shots fired.
I can go into a police station without getting us fucking murdered.
Twice.
Twice.
1-1.
Yeah, no, that was I think that was a Saturday stream when we did that.
Yeah,
right?
I'm like, don't run, Anthony. Don't run, Anthony.
What happened is that, first time I ran in there, and that set off the alarm for some stupid reason. The second time I accidentally shoved a cop, which set off the alarm for some reason.
Yeah.
So we're like, oh, sorry.
And then we swapped, I think. Or it was Bronson yelling at me to not run or shove.
And then I drove the getaway car away, and I did well. I did good enough.
Didn't you guys hear, like, Nick and John screaming for
help? That was always really funny, hearing John and Bremen on the other end of all these heists.
We need to do that again one time.
I need to pick up the PS4
They probably
version
threw in
again.
more since we last played it.
Yeah.
It's been a long time.
So,
I forgot about that. That was a magical time.
Yeah.
Just doing all those heists and just...
GTA 5 needed a better overall narrative, but...
They didn't also... after Grand Theft Auto 4, you just missed the talk show magic. The talk shows in Grand Theft Auto 5 I don't think are as funny as in Grand Theft Auto 4. Because in Grand Theft Auto 4, they were just like mocking society in the most perfect way possible. And it was fantastic.
But those are still...
And the music selection, I think, in Grand Theft Auto 4 was better.
There was Backstreet Boys in 5.
Depends on the station. If it's West Coast Classics...
that West Coast, they nailed West Coast
station. But the pop station was The classic rock station was
I thought the classic rock station was good.
I thought it was because Liberty Rock Radio, I think, had a much better. I think Liberty Rock Radio had a much better choice.
They had Queen, they had Hollywood Nights with Bob Seger. They had some good stuff.
I like how we didn't realize that the radio wasn't playing over Twitch until literally our last stream.
Midway through our playthrough, when we're just singing the songs. People are like, "Yeah, it's licensed music. No one can hear the music."
So it's just me singing along, and people are just cool.
they think we're just insane
in the main brain.
I kind of want to stream Saints Row 4. But if none of the licensed music makes it through, that game becomes less interesting.
Yeah,
because a lot of why I love that game is licensed
PS4 game.
Yeah, there's a PS4 version, PS3.
I think
PC.
they have to cut out the licensed music because otherwise, if you sit quietly and the music plays in the back, that's kind of a bit of a copyright issue right there.
I wonder if it's the PC version too, though.
The PC version, I think the Nvidia card cannot figure out.
Yeah,
the game doesn't have a stream mode because with the PS4.
They have a chip just for streaming.
You have a chip just for streaming, and not only that, but there is code that can specifically block out that kind of stuff. And even if that does work, Twitch probably has some very sophisticated stuff in the background where if it detects licensed music, it will silence your audio.
So yeah. I don't know. What's everyone's favorite PS4 game?
To date?
Yeah.
My favorite, I'd say Bloodborne.
I'd say
Mad Max is close.
I'd say it's Metal Gear. That's
probably,
multi-plat.
Mine's, well, it doesn't matter what, but I'm saying Batman or Metal Gear. Like, I love both those games. Transistor's up there, though.
If it's going on in indie games, Transistor. I'd say Rocket League is just behind Transistor. And
Rocket League is fantastic, but you need friends to play it with.
That's about to say, without friends, it's not as fun.
If we are saying games that are only on the PlayStation 4, then it's Bloodborne.
Yeah.
For me, it would be Drive Club.
Actually, no, it's Infamous. I have the Platinum Infamous.
For me, it's Drive Club, and that's because the only two what was it? I only have Drive Club and
Killzone's a PS4 exclusive. That was a good one.
How is that one? Because I played Killzone 3 and it was pretty good. But I never played the PS4 one.
It's probably the best one.
Oh yeah, there's The Order. That's a thing that happened on accident.
I fucking love that. Like, for some reason, I had a vibe about that game. Like, that game looks kind of shitty.
Like, that's what I was thinking going into that game. I was like, this looks like it's either going to be a home run or like a strikeout.
Like, I remember at the E3 that they had it playable. Kyrie and Bremen went off to play it. I'm like, I don't think it looks that good. I'm going to go play Diablo. And I went off to play Diablo, got a Diablo keychain. I meet up with them and like, oh yeah, it looks really good. Like, da-da-da-da-da-da. And I just wasn't sold. And the game comes out, and it's like, yeah, it's like 4.5 hours long, 5 hours long. I'm like, okay. And then all the reviews come in, and it's like 6, 6, 6, 7, 5, 8. And then Nick gives it a 9, and I'm just like, what the fuck?
I think Nick has like a very different. He's like he's looking like he's the blockbuster guy. Like, if you can make it like a grand Hollywood movie.
So Just Cause 3.
Actually, I wouldn't be surprised. He and I were standing there watching a video presentation of Just Cause 3 at E3, and we were just like, wow.
To be fair, that game looks awesome. That game looks super dope. We
were standing there, like E3.
But, like, I wouldn't have a problem with The Order being, like, a Hollywood movie if the shooting was good, or, like...
It didn't feel as gimmicky.
Or the plot didn't suck. Like... That whole game is basically like, look how pretty it is!
Sophistication is its own luxury. We have this little gameplay mechanic that only lasted 2 minutes, and only 2 minutes.
Yeah.
At least I think that was one of the problems that was pointed out was that they actually put in little things that had like no use later on or before.
Yeah.
It was just dumb.
I'm really looking forward to during Game of the Year Awards when he's like, yo, The Order, and we're all like, no.
You're cute.
You're cute, Nick.
Let's give that one an honorable mention.
Let's give that one...
I don't even want to give that an honorable mention.
I want to put
like I said, I like cinematic games, but there comes a point when you take it too far and it doesn't become interesting.
I'm trying to think of like what have been the most disappointing things this year. Like, The Order's up there, for sure.
Order.
Yeah.
What was the name of that game?
That game from some system somewhere released at some point in 2015.
It had that one gameplay
Vagueness
scene.
5.0.
I think Mortal Kombat was kind of disappointing.
Mortal Kombat, well,
it was kind of fun. I liked it.
How big was
the cemetery was
what
dumb. Killed it for me.
Like that
like you can buy this game for $60 and then buy the DLC, which is everything for an additional.
You can work on this the really long way, or you can pay us to make it easy.
For the part you care about, which is the characters and the fatalities.
Yeah, like the fatalities, they're like you can't have any of these unless you buy them or play enough to earn them.
And the crypt is so shitty that you never want to play it.
Yeah, like you could buy this tombstone for $6,000, and it's like
it's a really boring Elder Scrolls exploring dungeon that isn't that interesting to start with.
No, it's like $6,000 for like a wall art, but like a fatality is $50 sometimes. And so you're like the higher ones must be the better things. No, it's random.
Yeah, it's literally all random chance for the most part. So
let's have a wolf randomly jump at you.
I think that one's
or a spider.
I think that one's kind of disappointing. I think I'm trying to think if anything else has been really disappointing this year. I think Guitar Hero is gonna suck.
Oh, the
The
live
fact
one?
that they make it, the fact that they decided to go 90 Sega CD.
The fact that they're making a fucking FMV game, and the fact that Rock Band just looks so good. Like, we played Rock Band and
I thought Rock Band would draw a larger crowd than that, but then again, this year's E3 was not very. It felt kind of dead, actually.
This is like
It was kind of sad.
next year. I just want to grab a cameraman and say, "Follow me. We're gonna go get
Well,
your
you've got lots of people in the staff to pick and choose from.
yeah." If you
You know,
yeah
this guy.
yeah
Like, I thought that was the plan. Like, if I go, just be like, cameraman, now.
yeah, it's basically Ray. Here's a camera. Here's a microphone. Let's go.
Here's a water bottle. Nourish me.
Yep.
Just do it the football thing. Just open
Just
your mouth and Ray just squirts water in.
Just as you're interviewing, just start playing Danger Zone, pouring water on you, dancing, shaking your hands.
Yeah.
Then security.
But
shows
no,
up.
they made a lot of good improvements to Rock Band. Those instruments, like, I'm so happy.
Guitar solos.
I am so happy to own a drum set that is not noisy as hell.
Guitar solos.
Those were
I just feel
cool.
kind of
yeah.
bad for bass because I play on bass.
You already have something though, bass groove.
I know, but with this game they're like, it's good enough, and we don't want to mess up the foundation. Okay, everyone else gets a new feature after 8 years.
It's because bass always had that feature. Like, bass is the one who had something special already.
But it was basically playing the same notes as all the time. You just
Yeah, it's a bass groove. Yeah, bass groove.
You got a big screw.
Versus
doesn't
like,
sound very interesting when you put it that way. If I'm honest.
I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
Bass is the most ignored part of most bands.
It is the offensive line of bands. Everyone
Yes.
talks about the guitarist and the singer and the drummer, but they don't talk about the dude that makes that awesome low down beat.
That's a 6-player game. 3 vocals, 3 instruments.
I look forward to our Rock Band parties this year.
Yeah, we're doing one on the 16th, Friday the 16th of October.
I'll try and make that.
You should take work off. That's what I'm doing. Anyway, so anything else y'all want to talk about? Do we have any comments on the GameKast? We did. That's right.
We forgot to cover
Yeah.
some.
So we'll.
Let's take a look.
And now, Bronson
Bremen.
with sports.
Bremen into me. By the way, I do like the new comic.
Oh,
The comic is fantastic.
Thank you.
It's pretty
Yes.
good.
Yes. Because why does it have to be so expensive? Because it needs to be fully certified for field deployment.
Metal Gear Solid 5 is my game of the year without a doubt.
That's the thing.
For me, I set that for 2/3 of the game. And then once I got to the final third and finished it, I decided it's more like a 3-way tie. And it's not really definitively number 1 in my opinion.
That turned out that turned out fantastic. By the way, you're helping me write a comic tonight.
Alright.
I'll do it during work.
I was about to say, let's do it tonight after, like, when it works, so I can...
I'm doing that and playing Dengeki to write a review.
I'm doing that and playing Uncharted to finish my review.
Yep. Sample reviews. I'm gonna start sending you a sample review so you can critique them too.
Yes.
That'd be nice.
That'd be
Yeah.
good.
I
It's good
can
to have an extra pair of eyes.
I can fix your voice. He can fix your grammar.
That'd be good.
Yeah.
Grammar's one
Yes.
thing I do struggle with sometimes.
A lot of people struggle with grammar. I can't tell you, like, sometimes...
Yeah,
It could be because you can thank my English professors and teachers throughout my school career.
There's a small child in your yard.
In my yard or in my neighbor's yard?
In your yard, he just jumped the fence.
Little rat bastards, get off my lawn.
No, but, like, you could probably thank my English professors and teachers throughout my school life, but sometimes I would, like, read articles from quote-unquote professional writers, and I'm like, you don't start a sentence with this. Don't.
That I'm
In a world where people will rip you apart for any grammar issues.
You're actually
Yeah.
not supposed to start a sentence with the word but.
I know.
Yeah.
You also don't. There's a lot of things that you don't start your sentence with.
But we do anyway.
Yeah, but you do.
You-
Everyone
you-
else does,
you-
and frickin' I'm pretty sure one of my teachers in my past, who I won't name, who was literally the most uptight grammar person.
Is
I
it
have
the
ever-
karaoke guy?
No.
It wasn't the karaoke guy?
Flat out was not the karaoke guy.
Okay. I didn't want to mention his name.
I know.
No, I didn't have him. None of mine were released, like, I had the opposite thing where they're like, we want you to have really good voice. You can work on conventions later.
The thing is that it's hard for you to consider. It's the thing I've kind of learned about people in general and people who read is that if you don't have good grammar, you're kind of discredited right off.
Yeah, that is
like
here's
the thing that you probably would have poor flow and your topic probably doesn't have a good hook. But if you misspell and have poor grammar issues,
spelling is the big one for me. Like
spelling is huge.
Oh, spelling is the big one for me versus yeah, like spelling is the one where I'm just like, okay, that one's huge. But yeah, so
like if you don't have good grammar, it becomes hard to read.
Yeah,
like it's one thing to have like a little bit of poor flow, or maybe you don't have a good hook, but grammar makes it hard to read.
I think hooks are super important.
Hooks are very important, which is why your first 5 hours of your game can't be really boring, and that's why it gets better later on.
I think hooks are important, and in the case of writing reviews, I think closing paragraph is super important because some people just
they just want to look at a score and
they want like what IGN has where it's called the verdict, which that's why I try and make my closing paragraph where it's like, this is what's good, this is what's bad, this is the score,
this is the conclusion. Yeah. Well, that's what makes a good concluding paragraph in any essay. You basically sum up what you just said in detail earlier in one paragraph.
I feel is like once you take journalism classes, like journalism classes contradict a lot of shit from regular English classes. And it just drives you insane. Like AP format versus MLA.
I don't even remember any of that stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I think I just remember I used MLA and just concluded that.
Ray, if you ever take a journalism classes, have fun taking an English class and having to do MLA format, and then going to a journalism class and having to do AP format, and switching between the two.
Fantastic. English 101 and Journalism 100. You better not get it mixed up, or else that's a D on your transcript.
I really liked 107 for journalism. That was a cool class. 107 was really cool. 101 for journalism is like the very basics of like AP format and stuff, and then it is all about ethics and like the history of journalism. Like, what did Gutenberg do?
Ethics is a huge one.
No, I'm going to ask you this. What did Gutenberg do?
What did he do?
Who's Gutenberg?
Okay, most people consider Gutenberg invented something. They actually didn't. Well, what?
Oh, the printing press.
Yeah. Fucking wrong! Gutenberg didn't do shit! The printing press was around for years. He was just the first one to, like, use it to, like, mass print Bibles and, like, conventional knowledge.
Man, you just had to blow the nuke in my face.
Yeah. No, that was something, like, Whitehurst would flip out about. Like, it's just like he would go in, like, the week we were learning about that period of the history of journalism, like, every day he'd be like, what did Gutenberg invent? And the entire class would have to yell, nothing!
Man, history is screwed up.
Yeah. No, there's a lot of stuff like that in history. Anyway.
It's like how Apple did not invent anything, they just popularized something.
Yeah, they I mean, if you want to get technical...
They didn't invent the smartphone. They popularized the smartphone.
They didn't invent the GUI, the graphic user interface, but they did perfect it.
Yeah.
I've been reading a book about Apple right now, actually.
Yeah. I think that's... Apple invented the smartphone. No, they were the first to.
They just made the first commercially viable smartphone.
Commercially viable consumer smartphone, because before that they were very businesslike.
Yeah, like
the first smartphone, or what people consider to be the first smartphone, was actually invented by IBM in the 90s.
Same with tablets. Like, tablets were around for ages, but the iPad was the first one.
They were just called PDAs.
It's just that iPad was the first one that was, like, commercially viable.
I hated the first iPad so much. It was basically a giant iPod Touch. It got a lot better later on.
Oh, no, I love mine. Like,
the iPad got way better later on, but when the iPad first came out, I hated that thing because it was basically a bigger iPod Touch with not much practical use.
So, like, right now, like, I love the ebooks on it. I love watching movies on it. Like, that is a great device. Anyway, everyone, we should close up this week. They had a good show this week. Good long show.
It was a good one.
Until Dawn unexpectedly became our new Let's Play on the fly.
Yeah.
Executive decisions.
Good week, guys. Good week. Anyway, this has been
Anthony Talk.
Ray Johannesson.
And we will be back next Tuesday and every other Tuesday unless there are problems. Please follow us on Facebook.com.
We better hope Murphy doesn't punch this show out of commission.
Go to Twitter at The Gamer Access and Twitch.tv/The Gamer Access. We now have a donation page. Please make sure to donate. It goes to stuff like lights, camera equipment,
and action.
Capture cards, recording software, paying for hotels at E3 so we don't have to stay at hostels and Anthony doesn't get afraid or robbed.
Thanks, Bronson.
Anyway, we love you.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.